Card battlers. Well, let's jump in and show the gameplay for this, get the important bit out of the way first, and then we can talk about it a bit in a minute. This is a card battler called Negative Space. Unfortunately, I've already fired off the tutorial, so yeah, we don't get that, but let me see what I can run through as a gameplay demo. Maximize the screen, make sure we are still recording. Yeah, seems to be. New run. I am a new recruit, those are all locked. Apparently not available in this demo at all. This is a demo. The full game is available on Wish. Choose my leader, Captain Jack Mustard. Once per mission I can refresh all available energy, and on energy gained, buff crew in hand +3. So those have some very situational powerful charges, as we shall see. Right. We only have one mission that we have available, because all of these are probably aren't even available in the demo. This is Space Station Apollo, the busiest marketplace and tourist hub in the galaxy. It also serves as a final opportunity to turn back before venturing into the unknown. So let's click on that. And here we have our mission options. We are here, and this is our first mission. Now, this is our game screen. Those of you who are familiar with card battlers might very quickly see what is going on. Minus of course the theming for this particular game, but let me run through it. Starting with the top right, we have the most cards we're able to be held in hand at once. We only have 5 out, but we can hold up to 7. There's 6 cards before our draw pile is recycled, minus the 5 that are out, I'm assuming. And this is our discard pile of cards that we have played. Right. These are buffs from our chosen captain. So it's just a stack of buffs, I suppose, and other buffs that we can earn as we go on. But we have on energy gain, buff crew in hand +3. So if we gain any energy, this is our energy down here. I don't know if it's a single crew or all of the crews in hand get buffed +3, which is nice. This is our end turn button, so it ends the current day. If we look at here at the top left, we have 5 days for the mission, so 5 turns basically, and we have to get 7 stars during those turns, and these are the stars here. So these are our target planets. We deploy crew onto the planet, try and reduce this number down to 0. Once the number is 0, we get the star for that target, and yeah, another target is then drawn that we can then attack, as it were. And this is our captain. If we run out of energy, we can use him once per mission to boost up our energy, which could be the difference between success and failure, but we'll see what we can get away with here. Oh, and that's a level 7. Interesting. Alright, so we actually have a really good hand here. So yeah, in your standard card battling technique, you click on a card that you want to play, and you tick on the target that you want to attack. And as you can see, this card does 7 damage, this target does 7 health, so we will accomplish this in one attack. And we also get a buff of +1 energy once we, for our next turn, which is nice. And we have 2 more energy spots, so we can deploy any of these cards. What do we have here? Buffs excludes multiplier, but we don't have any buffs at the moment. Their resolve, their objective, buff all crew in hand +2, but we won't have. Okay, that's interesting. If we deploy this target, we massively overkill this target. We can't defeat a +11 today because we only have 2 more points of energy, and these are all our cards. But if we attack this one, they will resolve their objective, and these might all get buffed +2, which will make them a lot more powerful. So let's see if that is in fact the case. So we use him on there, win the day. We don't have any more energy, but these should get carried over with their buffs to the next day. We don't have any more energy. We could get another star there, but we have got 2 stars on the first day, so we're happy with that. Let's end the turn. Now we have 4 points of energy from that success from yesterday. We have our same 2 targets, and we have up to +3 per crew in hand. Does that mean I get +6 to my attack? I'm not sure. I think it might already be included in the attack amount there. We have a normal deployment. We have the ability to remove the target's energy cost, so we could drop that to a 10, but we'd only get to use this card once per mission. And we have a standard deploy this crew, so we don't have a lot of options here, but we can get rid of this card and get the star. So let us resolve that. It's a quick and easy star, and this drops down, so that sucks. Yeah, see, we can at least get rid of you and get rid of you. And now we are out of energy, but we have gotten 5 stars. So, you know, for one on our second day, that's actually really good going. So let's end the turn. We lose our bonus energy, sadly, but we have the ability to take 2 stars away instantly, which will end our mission, which is great. So we will win the mission. Just looking at what else we've got. We could burn this to buff the target crew. And then this card would also gain a +3 buff for the rest of the mission. So I mean, if you get this one early in the game, it's definitely well worth, you know, in the mission it's well worth using it. But we are at the end of the mission, so I'm not going to bother. We don't need it. We can just use this one because we failed it last time. And we have our 2 stars, and our mission is done. Ta-da! Mission accomplished. We get 8 coins and then another 4 for having extra days. Collecting our 12 coins, and we get a new card. So we have 5,000 crew in hand killed. I don't know if killed means deployed. That's interesting. Do some planets fight back? Or we have a standard sort of crew where that it's really worth buffing it. It's a +7, but it's 2 energy stars. We have create copy of target card for this mission, but that is a 2 energy spot. I'm going to take this one just to see if it appears anywhere. But that's all I'm going to actually show you. That is the gameplay. What is this? I don't know what the 12 is. Oh, that's my coins, right. So yeah, it is a card battler. You can see the mechanics there. You can see the gameplay. I think it is pretty good. I've turned off the music, but there is music and so on. So yeah, if you're just here to see the gameplay, that should be the end of it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you think it's a good video and you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed and you want to see more itch.io games reviewed and some other gameplay. We'll be playing RimWorld a bit later today, trying to tell some story there. We play sort of Time Guesser and Minecraft and all those kind of things. I'm hoping to to be popular as a player of games. But the most important thing you can do is comment. If you want to recommend card games that I should review, or tell me something in the comments, just tell me something in the comments. It boosts the YouTube algorithm for you, because if you comment on games, videos about games, you get more videos about games, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works, at least on one level. And it helps me because it means my video gets engaged with, so it's a mutual benefit, so don't forget to comment. Right, so that's the end of the gameplay section. Let's try and do some critique on this video. Firstly, let's talk about the UI. I think it is a really good UI. Everything seems pretty straightforward. There is a lot of information here. I have really no arguments about it. I don't play a lot of card battlers, so I don't know if there's something that's commonly included that this game is missing, but I doubt it. I haven't seen anything missing. Let's just go into a mission. I just want to see something here. Yeah, there's no options button. So you have the options on the main menu screen to do things like turn the sound off and change the graphics display and that. But it would be nice to be able to adjust options in the game at any particular point, and that does not appear to be the case. So I mean, that would be a nice to have, not necessary. Most people, I think, set their settings as they go into the game in the beginning, and then continue regardless. But it would be nice to have a little button somewhere in here where you can just go, all right, I want to turn the sound off or turn the music back on or something like that. The sounds are great. They're a little soft, but I think considering the theme of the game and the feeling of the game, that's fine. It is chilled out. The artwork is fantastic. It is this sort of watercolors slash, I want to call it cartoony, but I guess it's a bit cartoony style. The game looks great. So really good job there. Just looking at some of the design principles and things. Yeah, I like the menus and these rounded edges and the things. It's well set out. Yeah, so I mean the art in general and the art as part of the UI is really well blended together. The game feeling and the immersion elements, we'll just combine them together. I like the way sort of mechanically the game feels. Everything moves nicely. The pop-up menus are good. Everything is well explained, I think, in terms of how it is. It's a pity I couldn't show you the tutorial again, but I found the tutorial very instructional. It might have sort of explained the energy system a little bit better and the way it binds into the days remaining on the quota, but not necessarily. I think it worked fine. Yeah, I think if I wanted an immersion edition, maybe a little more info about the captains, about who you are, where you're going, and all of that kind of thing. I feel like you've just been dropped into it a bit, and it's like, okay, so it's sci-fi. You're running this mission. Here's your captain. Now play some cards. It's like it rushed through to this part of the game, and perhaps for sort of people who are into card battlers, that is what you want. You want to get through to the card battling bit as quickly as possible. But I feel it could have been. There could be more background, more story. I don't know if the full game on Steam has all of that kind of element, but I do feel like we got into things a little bit quick without any kind of lore or anything like that in the background. How do I... Is there no way to exit a mission, to give up and go back to the main menu? Well, let's just hit escape and look at the game page. Yeah, I mean it's the standard thing talking about the game, where you're it's a deck builder without traditional combat. I mean, I guess you're not really attacking as much as you're exploring. So I mean that kind of counts in a way. I find that quite comfortable. Um, I mean it's a cosmetic distinction, but I think it works nicely and actually makes this game a little bit better. It was not, as far as I can tell, made for a game jam, so this is a proper professional release. Would be nice if there was a Steam link somewhere here. But yeah, here's some views. I think some of these views might be from the Steam version of the game. But yeah, I mean that's it. I really don't have a lot to critique. Just yeah, a little bit more immersion in the background, but everything else is pretty fantastic. So thank you to Tier 87 Games. Obviously there will be a link in the description. Come and play this game. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.